How many people, by a show of hands, have ever had to figure out what motivates somebody? I know I do this on quite a regular basis because different people are motivated by different things. I'm going to give you 3 examples of how people are motivated, and you can draw your own conclusions from the examples given. Example number 1 is money. Many of us all are motivated by money. We want to make more money so that we can take better care of our families or do the plethora of things that money allows us to do. That is why people may switch jobs, change careers, all because they are motivated by creating more income for themselves and their families. Money motivates people to a point, but I also believe that there is a point where money and your basic needs are taken care of, that money may not necessarily provide the same motivation when you make $150,000 that it may provide when you make $50,000. Your perspective changes, your lifestyle changes, and all of those things, I think, tie into that particular motivator. A second motivator is power. Abraham Lincoln said, if you want to test a person's character, don't give them adversity, give them power. It's especially true in nonprofit organizations and things like Toastmasters. Power is often a corrupting influence in the workplace, but in volunteer organizations it may or may not be. Many people want to improve their skills and gain prestige, so power and prestige kind of tie together there. I think that while it's not always directly about power and control, I do think that that is a potential motivator for many people, depending on what they are doing. The third motivating factor is often achievement, status. You can call it what you would like. I saw a lot of this in the military where people were motivated to do a great job, and sometimes they would receive awards and letters and medals and what have you. Sometimes they would fight to do those things so that they would be the person who would be rewarded. That's not always the case, but sometimes is how it works. Many people, if you just ask them to participate in things, that is a huge motivator for them as well. Just to be asked honors them. And that has been my experience. In Toastmasters, for example, I don't get paid. I don't really have power as you might consider it in the workplace where it's, coercive or authoritative power. We're all volunteers. Now, I do get to do some leadership events, but for the most part, I believe I do it because being asked and being told, well done. And many people, that is a key component to being motivated. I recently experienced this with one of the area directors that I work with, and I asked the individual, would you like to lead president's training? They were flabbergasted and said, absolutely, I'd like to do it right away. And they did a great job, and they have not been in the organization for that long, but they have been president for a year. And they did a fabulous job to rave reviews by everybody. I've talked about 3 different motivations to people. I've talked about financial motivations. I've talked about power, prestige, and I've talked about achievement and other ways that you can get people motivated to help themselves. I think that of all of these ways, the third way, where they're achieving or gaining status by simply doing the work, is often in their best interests. And I believe that is a key factor. When it helps them and it helps everybody else, I believe that to be a win-win situation. Thank you.